Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the World Stage Arts Education and Performance Gallery, dedicated to seeking light through sound. Enjoy the show.
Greetings, everyone out there in viewing audience. Thank you for tuning in this evening. Before we get started, I'd just like to take one moment of our time, since we're all gathered here, to meditate on our dearly beloved brother, David Cherry.
Yes.
We just want to lift his family and each other, and people will be able to see this broadcast over and over again. And we just want to dedicate tonight to the energy that he's put on this planet for us.
Indeed.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for going on that journey. Tonight we have a magnificent, man, this situation back here is really nice tonight. We're going to get a complete healing. As I like to say, the music is our medicine and the physicians are in the house. And they come to do surgery on you real smooth like. So I'd like to remind you to check all of our social media platforms for the activities that are going on around here. We will be closed until January, the second week, January the 12th. I believe we're coming back with a first Thursday night jam session. So stay tuned in. We have one more concert and next week. And tonight, we have the pleasure of having this esteemed gentleman here that's going to soothe you with his stylings of the translations that he's bringing to us on high, once again to soothe our souls. And to our listening audience, once again, I'd like to say thank you. And without further ado, I'd like to bring to your attention, we have the dynamic Mark Broyard in here tonight. So ladies and gentlemen, call someone, text them, tell them that the live stream is going, and check this man out right now. Ladies and gentlemen, the doctor's in the house.
Oh, my. Thank you very much. I love poetry. I love to read it and write it occasionally. We're going to start off this evening with a poem by Duke Ellington called Music. Music is a beautiful woman in her prime. Music is a scrub woman clearing away the dirt and grime. Music is a girl child, simple, sweet, and beaming, 1,000 years old, cold as sleet and scheming. Wise and patient, unfathomably kind, music is the woman you always wanted to find. As fragile as a flower, a single petal of a rose. And what you think, she already knows she knows. A system of ribbons, a multiplicity of ramifications sparkling from her brain down through her core, a million facets of gossamer sensations. Music is like the woman who is like mathematics. Music is a woman who's true. No matter how well you know her, there's always more to learn, an endless adventure. Every day, it's brand new. Music is that woman who you hope will say there's very few who do a new do like you do. But alas, you're the victim of her coup, because she can always satisfy you. Music is the woman you follow day after day. Music is the woman who always has her way. When you don't hear her, you desperately miss her. And when you embrace her, you wish you could kiss her. Music by Duke Ellington. History precedes us across the faded pages. Time-honored muse dance passed down through the ages, tinged with a sadness. These are the footprints kept warm by the quest. Seeing then knowing, striving while attaining. Life seeks for knowledge, creation is the measure of what has been learned. Fresh ground ahead, soil undisturbed. Ba 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 da dee da. Dee ba doo dee da. Wee da ba doo da. Ba dee doo dee da. Dee doo dee doo dee boo dee ba da ba da. Ba ba da dee da boo dee da. Be doo ba da ba ba da. History precedes us across the faded pages. Time-honored muse dance passed down through the ages, tinged with a sadness. These are the footprints kept warm by the quest. Seeing then knowing, striving while attaining. Life seeks for knowledge, creation is the measure of what has been learned. fresh ground ahead, soil undisturbed. These are the footprints, these are the footprints, these are the footprints, these are the footprints kept warm by the quest. These are the footprints, these are the footprints kept warm by the quest. Thank you very much. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you, the few of you who have come out tonight. We're very grateful and honored to have you here. And we're just excited to be here, to be live streaming out across the world. On piano, my dear friend and a great musician, Charles Love. On bass, a dear friend and a great musician, Jeff Littleton. And on drums and percussion, a dear friend and a great musician, Clinton Cameron. My name is Mark Broyard, and I am always honored to be here in Lemert Park, where I grew up, about a 5-minute walk from here, right near Hubert and what used to be Santa Barbara Avenue is now Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. And so thank you, World Stage, for having us. That was Footprints by Dexter Gordon. We're going to get on with it and do a little, Footprints by Wayne Shorter, forgive me. We're going to get on with it and do a little Donald Byrd. This is Dexter Gordon's version of Tanya. Yes, Tanya was her name. Yes, Tanya was her name. Yes, Tanya was her name. Yes, Tanya, I saw this girl walking down the street. Tanya was her name. I followed her, heart in my hands. Tanya was her name. I heard her voice, music to my ears. Tanya was her name. I saw her smile, bright as the sun. Tanya was her name. And then when she glanced at me, something changed deep inside of me, and I was lost in a moment of reverie. And when she took hold of me, something changed deep inside of me, and I was never the same. And now Tanya, she calls my name. Yes, Tanya was her name. Yes, Tanya was her name. Yes, Tanya was her name. I saw this girl walking down the street. Tanya was her name. I followed her, heart in my hand. Tanya was her name. I heard her voice, music to my ears. Tanya was her name. I saw her smile, bright as the sun. Tanya was her name. And then when she glanced at me, something strange up inside of me, and I was lost in a moment of reverie. And when she took hold of me, something changed up inside of me, and I was never the same. And now Tanya calls my name. Tanya calls my name. Yes, Tanya was her 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 name. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-doo-dee-doo-dee. Ba-ba-da-da-da-da-da-dee-doo-dee. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-doo-dee. Yes, Tanya was her name. Yeah. That's a great song. Blue in green, purple, yellow, and gray. Colors now creating sound, tone hues as white as winter graves, a harsh fire brown, different shades of black and tan, and a purple smear, black hands with brass, creating legacies of prose. conception and thought. And Langston Hughes said, "The Negro, with the trumpet at his lips, has dark moons of weariness beneath his eyes, where the smoldering memory of slave ships blessed to the crack of whips about his thighs. The Negro, with the trumpet at his lips, has a head of vibrant hair, tamed down, patent leather now, until it gleams like jet, were jet a crown. The music from the trumpet at his lips is honey mixed with liquid fire. The rhythm from the trumpet at his lips is ecstasy distilled from old desire. Desire that is longing for the moon, where the moonlight's but a spotlight in his eyes. Desire that is longing for the sea, where the sea's a bar glass, sucker size. The Negro, with the trumpet at his lips, whose jacket has a fine one-button roll, does not know upon what riff the music slips its hypodermic needle into his soul, but softly, as the tune comes from his throat, trouble mellows to a golden note. Purple, yellow, and gray, colors now creating sound, tone hues as white as winter graves. A harsh fire brown, different shades of black and tan, and a purple smear, black hands with brass, creating legacies of prose, conception and thought. Blue in green. Oh, yes. Beautiful. That was Bill Evans' Blue and Green, one of the greatest compositions ever written. I'm here to just confirm what I've been really always saying about modern jazz. It's the savior of the nation, and I believe that if you do too, the rhythm and blues like Bird, when he thought of this melody, the message, he played it on his horn, it's just steady confirmation, and he discovered the sound that makes the music be free. This may sound strange, but I'm concentrating song to you. My lyrics mickle fast, sometimes a word may get past folks, but still I keep it swinging. I know I gotta stay true, so like the Bird, I'm gonna say that jazz is always a happiness groove. So come on and I'll confirm it, 'cause you're the Bird that I heard, may the word of confirmation. Ba 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 bee ba doo ba doo ba doo dee da ba doo ba da ba boo ba 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 da doo dee da bee da ba da da bee 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 ba ba doo ba doo ba dwee ba doo dee dee da ba da ba 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 doo ba doo dee 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 ba doo ba doo dee ba doo dee ba doo ba da ba da ba doo ba doo ba doo dee 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 da 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 ba 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 doo ba doo doo da 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 ba da da ba 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 da ba doo dwee da dwee da ba da ba 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 da ba doo ba dee ba doo da ba doo ba ba doo ba doo doo ba doo doo bee boo ba doo ba doo doo dee da. Jeff Littleton. Arlington Cameron. I'm here to just convert what I've been really always saying about modern jazz. It's the savior of the nation, and I believe it if you do too, the rhythm and blues. Like Bird, when he thought of this melody, the message in his horn was born. Speedy ba oodle ya boo ba doodle loy doo boo she boo crap. This may sound unstable, but I know unable to concentrate in song to you. My lyrics may go fast, but times a word may get past folks, but still I keep it swinging. I know I gotta stay true, so like the jams are going to say, they're always swinging and grooving. Come on, cause it's confirmation, the sound that makes the music be free. The sound that makes the music be free. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Yes, this is a little, that was Confirmation by Charlie Parker. This is Au Revoir by Charlie Parker. So. As he heard it, so he played it, then he wrote it down so that we'd have it today. Hey, Bird, he played Au Revoir. It sounds so fresh and new from 42. And so we grappled of the chance to give thanks to Bird for bebop inspiration. It's a lesson from the master, popping back with Dizzy and Thelonious too. Oh, blow and go straight ahead. Max was on the traps, Ray Brown, a mean rap. Like Mingo said, they all flew down to spread love all around. As he heard it, so he played it. Then he wrote it down so that we'd have it today. Birdie played Au Revoir, sounds so fresh and new from 42. And so we grabbed another chance to give thanks to Bird for bebop inspiration. It's a lesson from the master, bopping back with Dizzy and Thelonious too. Blow and go straight ahead. Max was on the traps, Ray Brown, a mean rap. Like Mingus said, they all flew down to spread love all around, to spread love all around, to spread love all around, to spread love all around. As he heard it, to spread love all around. Yes, that was Au Revoir by Charlie Parker. Now, this is a poem based on a bunch of Duke Ellington song titles. And, you know, Duke Ellington was one of the greatest composers America has ever known and wrote a lot of great pop music back in the 40s and 50s, Sophisticated Lady and Do Nothing to You Hear From Me and In a Sentimental Mood. So what I did is I took all those titles and I wove them into this kind of little prose verse. And this is called Duke's Lament. I never felt this way before. riding the A train from my Alabama home, daydreaming while rocking in rhythm to the echoes of Harlem, in a sentimental mood, a mood indigo, lost in meditation. All of a sudden, bleep blip, a brown-skinned girl in a calico gown steps aboard the caravan. It's the gal from Joe's. This black butterfly, looking like a gypsy without a song in 5 o'clock drag, appears to have the Paris blues, sitting in an azure solitude, 2 lips like the single petal of a rose. I've got to try to work the Creole love song on this sophisticated lady. I strolled over during the Birmingham breakdown and I let a song go out of my heart. Please forgive me, Satin Doll, but I've got it bad and that ain't good. Lady in blue, I'm so in love with you. Please give me something to live for. She says, is this your prelude to a kiss, you black and tan fantasy? I see you doing the crazy walk. And Duke, come Sunday, do nothing till you hear from me. Ring them bells, my Jeep is jumping. I'm riding on the moon and dancing on the stars. I'm just a lucky so-and-so, reminiscing in tempo on a Creole rhapsody. 'Cause things ain't what they used to be. I found Bluetopia. Duke's Lament. Yes, thank you. This is Strictly Confidential, a song written by the great Bud Powell. Well, let me say, it's strictly confidential. Bud Powell, the piano innovator, he rang true. He hit the keys, bebop, his touch. I'll try to explain. They say he is to the keys what Bird is to the saxophone. Well, and Dizzy to the trumpet, stretching out the creative needs of modern jazz. Straight ahead. Sometimes his head would boil, utter turmoil. He drew a keyboard on the nut house wall. Listen, what do you think of these chords? Well, Bud's bubble burst around mid-1966, but he left a jazz piano legacy. It's strictly confidential, so listen well. Well, let me say, it's strictly confidential, but Powell, the piano innovator, he rang true. He hit the keys, bebop, his touch. I'll try to explain. They say he is to the keys what Bird is to the saxophone, and Dizzy to the trumpet, stretching out the creative needs of modern jazz. Straight ahead, sometimes his head would boil. Utter turmoil, he drew a keyboard on the nut house wall. Listen, what do you think of these chords? Well, Bud's bubble burst around mid-1966, but he left a jazz piano legacy. But it's strictly confidential, so it's strictly confidential, so it's strictly confidential, so listen well. Bud Powell, strictly confidential, so. Charles Love on piano, Jeff Littleton on bass, Clinton Cameron on drums. Well, it's story time. Long ago, in 1981, right? Some of us were there. Right? Yes. Some of us were there. One of my dearest friends was Randall Goldberg, a drummer, who I met through Charles. And his mother was, Randy's mother was Vi Red, the great alto saxophone player. And I mentioned to her one time how much I loved the music of Eric Dolphy. And so she said, oh, I know Sadie and Eric Sr. They live right on 36th Street, right off of Western. I said, oh, are you kidding me? So I picked up Miss Red one day, and we drove all the way up Crenshaw, made a right on Jefferson, made a left on Western, and we went right up above Exposition to 36th Street. And right there on 36th, between Western and, God, I think it's Denker maybe, there's this beautiful little white clapboard house. And we knocked on the door, and she introduced me to Sadie and Eric Dolphy Sr., and we had the most delightful afternoon. They gave me some of Eric's personal effects, and I sort of adopted them as my grandparents, and would, pick up prescriptions for them in the middle of the night and run them on errands and things. And so after I took Miss Red home, I went up on Sunset Boulevard to what used to be Tower Records. I'm sure some of you probably remember that too. And I went there and I bought every Dolphy album I could find. It was maybe about 8 or 9 of them. I went home and listened to them all straight through till about the crack of dawn. And then I laid down in my bed, and I was wide awake. I had just laid down, and Eric Dolphy appeared in the door of my bedroom and ascended above my bed into this green prism. I'm serious. I wasn't smoking anything, or I'm not a drinker. And he ascended into a green prism above my bed. And he said, Mark, thank you for being so kind to my parents. And I said, well, Eric, where are you? He said, oh, it's beautiful here, man. Mingus is here, and Train is here, Dizzy's here, and we're waiting for Horace. And then he said, Mark, go ahead and write lyrics to my lyrics that'll give people hope and teach them to love. And then it just disappeared, and this bush right outside of my bedroom window, for the first time in the 20 or so, 30 years that I had lived there as a kid, filled up with birds. And that had never happened. And I went and took a walk, and I came back and I put on this song, Serene by Eric Dolphy. And I wrote these lyrics. He played serene or so it seemed to be. Eric Dolphy spoke to me posthumously, but I could feel it. His sounds alive, creative and free, sometimes in, most times out, always blue. Sereno, so recognizable when the man picked up his bass, clarinet and blew his legacy. As it became a new direction to sing as he played, humble and true. Humble and true. He played serene, or so it seemed to be. Eric Dolphy spoke to me posthumously, but I could feel it. His sounds alive, creative and free, sometimes in, most times out, always blue. Sereno, so recognizable when the man picked up his bass, clarinet, and blew his legacy. As it became a new direction to sing as he played, humble and true. Sereno. Yeah. Isn't that a beautiful song, right? Eric Dolphy, right over here on 36th Street and Western. Yeah, sure enough. The apex, the zenith, culmination, celestial, move straight ahead, the equinox, the effort, arrival at the moment of glory. Move straight ahead, the equinox. Ooh, ooh, boo-doo-dee-doo-dee, oh, ba-da-da-doo-doo-dee-doo-doo-dee, ba-da-doo-dee-be-be-be, boo-doo-doo-doo, boo-doo-boo-boo-dee-doo-dee, ba-ba-da-da-doo-dee-doo-dee, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-dee, da-da-da-da, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-dee-doo-dee-doo, ba-ba-ba-dee-doo-dee-da, wait-da-da-da-ba-doo-dee-doo-dee, ba-ba-ba-doo-ba-doo-doo-dee-doo-da-doo-doo-dee-doo, ba-ba-doo-blibba-doo-blabba-doo-blibba-doo, ba-da-dee-doo-dee-dee, ba-ba-ba-dee-da, the apex, the zenith, culmination, celestial, no turning back, the equinox, the effort, arrival at the moment of glory. Move straight ahead, the equinox. Move Clinton Cameron on the drums.
Would you like to speak to the audience here and the viewing right
Oh,
now?
sure.
We're at the end of the
Thank
show.
you so very much for to the World Stage for inviting us. It's an honor. We hope we come back really soon. There's so many things we'd like to do here, and this venue is a godsend to all of us. It really is. So, to the World Stage. Thank you to my good friend Charles Love.
Yes, absolutely. Charles. Absolutely.
Thank you to Jeff Littleton. Thank you to Clinton Cameron. Thank you for joining me tonight, and thank you, dear Renee, for hosting. My name is Mark Broyard. I'm a local yokel from about 5 minutes from here, right on the other side of King Boulevard. We used to stomp all through here as kids on our Stingrays. Dobson's Market was on the corner, Thrifty's. This was a ballet studio where my little sister took ballet. Shout out to my little sister. Today's her birthday, so happy birthday to you, my dear. And yeah, so this was our stomping ground. My mom used to send me on my bike with a couple of dollars to get a sack of potatoes. If someone died, she needed to make potato salad, so I'd run over here to Dobson's, you know. So this is my dentist was right there, Dr. Piper. So this is, you know, this is home. This is home. So it's an honor to be here. Yeah, Santa Barbara Boulevard. Yeah, long ago. So,
I'm sure when you said Santa Barbara earlier, there were some people saying, what?
yeah, right. St. Barbara.
Market in
Yeah.
Lamar Park? Yes, there was a
Yeah,
market
St.
here.
Barbara. Barbara was the patron saint of those making the middle crossing. So she had a significant role. So thank you for having me. It's an honor to be here.
We
Pleasure.
want to thank you once again. Next week we have Angie Willis. You don't want to miss her. She's a dynamic vocalist, stylist. And once again, we just want to thank you, physicians, for coming in and sing about us. Please tune in next week, Friday, same channel, same time, and we'll see you then. Thank you. Thank you, Billy Higgins. Thank you,
Thank you, Billy
Kamal
Higgins.
Daoud. Thank you, Tomo and David, and all of us together. We created a positive energy tonight. And thank you again. It
Can
was
we do
beautiful.
something else? Can we keep singing?
Well, is the broadcast still going? I mean, I've left my phone back
Oh, where did she go? The crystal silence cries. In my dreams, I see her still in the crystal silence of the night. Away from life now, all alone I can reflect. I let her slip away from the games we would have played if she'd stayed, if she had stayed. Oh, I know those wondrous games that we would have played. As long as time exists, I shall recall the girl I knew so well. One day I know in time our our paths shall meet. And then we'll feel the joy we both have known. That I love and call mine. Thank you for having us.
You really got to be some kind of nut. I can't use it. Trying to make it real compared to what? Come on, yeah. Come on, Nick. Woo!